What's up guys, Lewis here from Indie back with the run through of the top indie game console releases throughout the week. Now we used to run these videos and release them every week, but the console releases got a little bit overwhelming. So what we've done to streamline it and make it a little bit more efficient is we've made it now the top 10 console releases each week. So every week you can expect this video where we will take you through the top 10 indie game console releases for the week coming. So without going on any more, let's dive into this week's releases.
Every morning, the fisherman's pep had to walk, and he began his day the same way.
We kick off with A Fisherman's Tale. A Fisherman's Tale is not only an adorable VR puzzle game coming to PSVR this week, but a genuine mind-boggling adventure. You play as Bob, a tiny fisherman puppet who lives in a lighthouse, and your world is thrown upside down when you receive a distress call. Your task is simple: turn on the lighthouse's light. However, to complete this journey, you'll need to literally bend the laws of physics on their head. A Fisherman's Tale is coming to PSVR on the 22nd of January.
Hey, I'm Ada, your new sponsor rep. Oh, careful! Don't touch the wrong colors. Look, I know this is hard. But at first, just try to survive.
Future Grind is a fast-paced, arcade-style high-score game that not only looks pretty fun, but also to bring a serious challenge. Set in a future where sport is all about high speed, big air and insane combos, you are tasked at achieving all three, and by doing so, enticing new sponsors to help kit you out. Future Grind offers a variety of handcrafted arcade levels and selection of bikes to play with, all of which offer their own stats and unique playstyle. Future Grind is coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch on the 22nd of January.
I need you to crash the system, now!
This is...
At Sundown is a multiplayer arena brawler where your only enemy is the light. Facing off against up to 3 enemies, you'll need to use the darkness to your advantage to take down your foes. The only way you can be seen is by stepping into the light, shooting, dashing or slashing, and battles can be played with friends locally or online. At Sundown also offers a single player bot driven challenge mode for solo players to dive into. At Sundown, Shot in the Dark is coming to PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch on the 22nd of January. Wandersong originally released on PC and Nintendo Switch last year and was well received by both fans and critics. Now this solo project by Greg Lobanov is coming to PlayStation. Wandersong is a musical adventure game that looks to take you on a whimsical journey to save the world. To achieve this task, you'll need to learn the Earth Song, not Michael Jackson's version, instead a version that will restore peace to the world, so it kind of could be Michael Jackson's version. This 10-hour adventure looks to be fun, offer a light-hearted story and some unique gameplay. Wandersong is coming to PS4 on the 22nd of January. The Hong Kong Massacre looks to be a slick, action-heavy top-down shooter with a story that feels like it's been ripped straight out of an 80s action movie. This revenge-fest narrative sees you playing as a former detective who is set out to avenge their partner's murder. This quest will take you through the dark underworld of Hong Kong and allow you to face off in some pretty awesome-looking cinematic shootouts. The Hong Kong Massacre is coming to PS4 on the 22nd of January. Walking Vegetables originally released on PC back in 2017, but is now starting to make its way to the consoles. This tongue-in-cheek top-down shooter is set in the 80s, where an alien invasion has turned all the vegetables into flesh-eating zombies. Playing as a member of Department Radical, you must move from town to town, building up an impressive weapon arsenal and laying waste to any vegetables in sight. As you'd expect with a game like the Walking Vegetables, there are a ton of power-ups to acquire and unlockables to find. The Walking Vegetables Radical Edition is coming to Xbox One on the 23rd of January. LeGrande Legacy looks to wrap up everything that we loved about classic RPGs and deliver it in a thoughtful and intriguing 3D adventure. Set in the fantasy world of Legrand, you must lead a group of adventurers on a quest of revenge and redemption. Dramatic creature encounters play out in turn-based combat, where your skill, equipped loot and tactical awareness will all be put to the challenge. LeGrande Legacy is coming to Nintendo Switch on the 24th of January.
History is written by the victors. None more victorious than Captain Badger Harris and his band of Charlie Company. They struck fear through enemy factions, well versed in destroying Nazi scum.
Achtung Cthulhu Tactics released at the end of last year on PC and most consoles, and is now making its way to a Nintendo Switch. Set in the dark world of Achtung Cthulhu, this turn-based strategy game sees you facing off against a Nazi regime, but the Nazis aren't the darkest threat in this universe. Achtung Cthulhu Tactics features a unique momentum mechanic, where performing well in combat will decrease your cooldown time, which is obviously a huge help in the turn-based scenarios. Achtung Cthulhu Tactics is coming to Nintendo Switch on the 24th of January.
Now, a darker evil engulfs the forest of fear. Without your help, these valiant triumphs may be lost forever.
Jack Quest is a platform adventure game that looks to pay homage to classic action-adventure games. After Jack's love has been kidnapped by an evil orc called Korg, he sets off to save his love Nara. Jack must delve deep into Korg's underground lair, where he comes across a strange but powerful sword. Together, they'll solve environmental puzzles, slay massive monsters, and hopefully seek vengeance on Korg himself. Jack Quest: The Tale of the Sword is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch on the 24th of January. The final game in our recommendations this week is a game that I've been looking forward to for a long time, and that is Pikuniku. I had the pleasure of playing Pikuniku a few years back at an EGX Left Field collection and loved it. Now the game is finally getting a full release. Set in what looks like a bright, happy and wonderful world, this puzzle exploration game sees you helping some quirky characters overcome their day-to-day struggles. But as you venture further into this adventure, you'll soon realise that not everything is as happy as it first seemed. Pikuniku is a quirky indie that I definitely recommend you check out, and I cannot wait to dive into the game when it releases on Nintendo Switch on the 24th of January. That wraps up our top 10 recommendations for this week's indie game console releases, guys. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and checking the video out. If you like these videos, then why not give them a little like? And if you want to keep up to date with more indie game content, including these videos, a weekly podcast, and indie game reviews, make sure you subscribe to Indie Credible. And if you really like what we do at Indie Credible and want to support us further, then hit the link in the description below and head over to patreon.com/IndieCredible and see what rewards you can get your hands on for just $1. Thanks again for stopping by, guys, and until next time, goodbye.